Thank you so much. Sowore, the Sahara reporter, while reacting to the endorsement of Olusegun Obasanjo of the Labour Party candidate as the most qualified presidential candidate for 2023 election, Sowore said, failure endorses failure. In that case, former President Obasanjo is a failure. His Excellency Mr. Peter Obi, former governor of Anambra State, is also a failure. This is too much to bear. For Sowore not to give respect to whom it is due. This is not in line with any known tradition or culture. This way of life, if the youths will learn it, it will spell doom. It will spell doom for our country. As a result, every well-meaning Nigerian and members of the human family must condemn the action of Sowore. We need to know who this man is. It's very unfortunate that he's deceiving some people, presenting himself as one who wants to rule Nigeria. You can imagine the presidency of Nigeria has been reduced to the point where every Dick and Tommy aspires to rule over Nigeria. Even men who know are of questionable character. Even when men who know that are involved in one dubious business or the other, like those that offer their account for illicit money made from drugs. When drug pushers make their money, they pay it into an account of a man who definitely know them and they know him, so that he can easily forfeit. In order to get out of this thing, he will forfeit the proceeds. This type of people are not the ones that should rule over men, because God insists that he that rule over men must be just, ruling in the fear of God. Now, when you look at the life of Sowore and the things have been doing in the past, you understand that this man is a problem to the society. You will see a video clip now.
Left issues concerning Nigeria. In fact, for him and others, I was a source of news while they were in office. Happenings in the government. In fact, when Garba Shehu used to work with him as an essay, he used to send me documents from their side. I'm revealing it for the first time, so as to counter Obasanjo and those days that they were into each other's neck.
He told us how Atiku, who was at a point at that time the vice president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, will receive sensitive document, pass it on to Garba Shehu, who was his then special assistant on media. Garba Shehu will pass it to Sowore, and they will use it to blackmail, to attack, to undermine not just Obasanjo alone, but the government and people of Nigeria. That is the work Sowore was doing. And he was well paid to do that work. He was also well paid to run down the government of Goodluck Jonathan by blackmailing him, by attacking him in different ways, by painting him black, painting the government black with facts that are meaningless, cooked up facts, which they will interpret and blow it out of proportion. That is the work Sowore is doing. As he confessed it himself. It then means the vice president offered, Atiku Abubakar, under Obasanjo, offered himself to be used to undermine Nigeria. And he paid Sowore to do that work. by passing documents through Garba Shehu, who is now also in Aso Rock, working for this present government. Let us look at how Sowore operates. You can see some newspaper report of December 2nd, 2007. Dreaded Sahara reporter man Sowore tells Sunday Sun, I have moles in OBJ's home. I have moles in OBJ's home. Sowore planted secret spies in OBJ's home. If you read the document, what Sowore said, the interview he granted, he said even when Obasanjo is traveling as a sitting president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, that he planted people to get information for him. And these people were well paid. And somebody was funding those things. And you know, people who must get information to justify what they are paid, the payment they are receiving, they may even cook up things. They may even present things that are not real, just to meet up with the demand of the master, because they already know what the master wants. He needs information to blackmail a certain target. And that target at that time was Olusegun Obasanjo, the sitting president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. And Atiku Abubakar, his vice, was paying heavily. Because to pay spies, people who are working with the president, to also pay them to undermine that president, is very expensive. Hundreds of millions were involved. And Sowore was well funded to undermine a sitting president, to undermine the government of people of Nigeria. He did that against Obasanjo. He did that against Goodluck Jonathan. You see, some people may feel unconcerned. To some people, it's nothing. But take note of this fact. Any man who can plant a secret agent against his fellow man, that person is living with a criminal mind. Only those who are criminally minded can plant a secret spy. It's a crime. For somebody to boldly tell you, I have moles in OBJ's home. And he said that when Obasanjo was a sitting president, he told the media, I have moles in OBJ's home. People who secretly get information from me. You can imagine if your secretary is also working for somebody. In that case, he will get information, photocopy certain documents, and pass it to your enemy. You will not even believe it, that the person you are paying very well, working for you in the office, the person living with you under the same roof, is also undermining you. You will not even believe it if you are told. That is the type of work Sowore is doing. And only somebody with a criminal mind can do that. A man with conscience cannot do that. It's not just a question of whatever work that can give you money, then you do it. I cannot plant somebody secretly to undermine somebody. No, my conscience will not take it. It doesn't matter the amount of money you decide to pay. I cannot do that kind of work. You will see so many other documents. This one talks about Sowore exposed. You see it? Sowore exposed. There are so many reports from the media about this same individual of questionable character who can run dirty deals as far as the cash is right. It does not matter who will be offended. It does not matter who is being blackmailed. It does not matter who is being destroyed. He does not care about it. What is important is let the cash be right. He will go in search of information to pull down an individual who may not even know who is paying for him to be destroyed, for the government to be blackmailed. Is that the type of character that want to be the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria? This is the character that is calling Obasanjo a failure. This is the one that had the gut to call me to be a failure. It's just for you to judge rightly. That's why Nigerians must avoid this type of area boys. This type of questionable character. Not trained in learning, not trained in character. Men without any atom of integrity, no honesty. Men of uncertain identity. You have most in OBJ's home. And you are so happy to tell the whole world that Atiku Abubakar will receive sensitive document, pass it to Garba Shehu will pass it to you, and you use it to blackmail Obasanjo. You are so happy to tell the world that is the type of work you are doing. Nigerian illiterates should advise themselves. These are not men that should have anything to do with. Please, let us avoid this type of character. Both those who were paying him to go back, Garba Shehu, that was the medium passing the information, and he himself, that was used to blackmail a sitting president to run him down. These are men who should do everything possible to avoid. And let us remain steadfast. Let us ignore the ranting of men like Sowore. If he has respect, if he was well trained, he cannot call Obasanjo a failure. If he was well trained, he cannot look at a man of the caliber of Peter Obi and call him a failure. He could not have done that if he has good upbringing. But if he had lived as a street boy, if he had lived as a boy in Lagos under the bridge, if he had lived as a rascal in the name of activism, then he can call his father a failure. That's the only condition under which somebody will call his father a failure. As we go out to vote in 2023, let us vote wisely. And to vote wisely is to vote this man that is of tremendous integrity. This man whose name alone is the most important collateral. Peter Obi. Let Nigerians mobilize themselves and go out on the 25th of February and vote a man of sound character. A man who will respect for authorities. A man that believes in due process. A man that believes in the rule of law. A man that believes in transparency. Not this type of uncertain identity. A man of uncertain identity, a man of questionable character that you call Sowore or Atiku Abubakar, who will undermine the man who will bite the finger that fed him. If Atiku can do this to Obasanjo, get sensitive document, pass to Garba Shehu will pass to Sowore, and they will use it to blackmail, run down a government. We must avoid this type of character. Please share this video. Let Nigerians know. May you be willing to subscribe. It's for the good of all. We need to know those who want to rule over. Let us look at their past record, look at their activities, look at their source of income, what they do to earn a living. So that we will not get back to this mess we have been since May 2015 to date. As you share this video, as you subscribe, as you support this channel, God bless you. Thank you so much.